guys, it's Michelle from the Yoga Shack with your mini Monday flow. Today we'll be doing something to help with neck and shoulder pain. So many people suffer from both, usually from tension. So let's get started. Something really simple to do, you could even do this first thing when you wake up in the morning, which is what I love to do, is just drop your chin down toward your throat. So really important to make sure that you lift your chest up toward your chin. And then you'll start to feel a nice stretch in the cervical spine, right? The top half of your spine through your neck. And just stay here for a few breaths, keeping the spine nice and long. You can probably hear the ice cream man in the background. So the option here, if this is not deep enough, you can interlace your fingers and bring your hands to the nape of your neck, so kind of like where your hairline is. So the best thing to do is to think of lifting up as if you were giving yourself traction, and without pulling, all you're doing is adding weight. Maybe the head descends a little bit more. But again, you don't want to pull. You can take another full deep breath, and then very slowly release your hands if they're behind your head and let your head come back up to neutral. Now, let's do the opposite. So interlace your fingers and then bring your knuckles underneath your chin. And again, you're not really pushing the head back, you're just kind of guiding as if you were gazing up. Now, once you get to a point where it feels like you're opening through not just the front, like where the throat is, but also the back of the neck, gently rest your chin on your knuckles. And just take a couple breaths here. Make sure the shoulders are down and away from the ears, the chest is still lifting up. Take another breath, and then use your chin to gently push the knuckles down until your head comes back to center. Now, rock your right ear over to your right shoulder, let your right shoulder drop a little bit, and then you can take your left fingers and walk them away from your hip to the side of your room. I love this. I always get so much tension in the sides of my neck, so this one for me is one of my favorites. So you can stay here, and then I'll give a few options, or you can bring your right hand to the left side of your head. And again, you're not pulling, maybe adding weight as the head drops a little bit more. You can also turn your nose more toward your underarm, and then you could bring your hand more toward the back of the head, kind of same spot, the nape of the neck. And I like to feel like I'm kind of taking my fingers around the base of my skull and pulling up, right, as opposed to down, pulling up, and just deepens the stretch. So for any one of these stretches, if it feels really great, what you can do is you can pause the video while you're in them, and that way you can kind of hang in them for a little bit longer than I'm doing right now. But just for time purpose, I'm making the videos short, but you can surely stay here for as long as you want. And then to come out, I like to bring my hand to the side of my head and help my head back up, and then release back down. Left ear over left shoulder, sit up tall, and then drop that left shoulder, and the right fingers can walk away from the hip to the side of your room. And again, you can stay here, or maybe take the left hand to the right side of the head or more toward the back of the head, and even turn your nose more toward your underarm. And again, it's just preference, or sometimes the discomfort moves, right? And maybe it's more toward the back of the neck, maybe it's more toward the side of the neck, so just giving yourself what you need in that moment. Again, just keep the chest lifted. Take another full deep breath. And then bringing your hand to the side of your head, help it back up to center, so chin is parallel to the ground, and then release. And then just kind of circle out through the shoulders, getting the shoulders moving, and let it go. All right, let's inhale, arms reach all the way up. Bend the right elbow, and then take your left hand either onto your elbow. If that's too deep, you can hold on to your wrist and pull the arm over. So you're either here or here, okay? And then think of pushing your head back into your arm. Keep the chest lifted. Breath is slow and steady. And again, you can adjust any one of these postures to make it work for you. You can stay in here longer, you can skip through, right? Or you can not go so intense into it. Take another breath and then gently release the arms down. As you inhale, arms up, bend that left elbow, and again, either hold on to the elbow or take hold of the wrist and draw the arm across. And then push your head back into your forearm. Couple breaths. Lifting your heart up toward the chin always, right? It's super easy to start to get lazy here, but we want to keep the spine nice and long. Take another breath. And then gently release the arms down. And again, just kind of circle out. All right, so one of my favorite things to do that's really simple is like this cactus armed, or I like to think of it as like almost like a flying baby cobra, right? So as we inhale, lift the arms up, palms face one another, and as you exhale, bring the palms to face forward, elbows in line with the shoulders, and then inhale, lift, and exhale, draw them down. One more time, inhale, lift, and then as you exhale, draw them down. Now, roll the shoulders away from your ears and draw the elbows as if they were coming behind your back, okay? So again, it's like you're in baby cobra right now, right? The chest is lifted and you should feel your shoulder blades in your back body hugging, squeezing against one another, right? But the neck is nice and soft. Take another breath and then inhale, arms up. Exhale and cactus. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, cactus. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, cactus. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Draw the elbows behind the back as if, let's say I had like a string on your elbows and I was hugging them behind you. Lifting the heart, softening through the neck. Make sure the jaw is relaxed here. Take another breath. And inhale, arms up. This time, exhale the hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders down and pull your knuckles toward the earth. So maybe your knuckles actually touch the floor, maybe the palms touch one another. And then maybe from here you start to lift your thumbs away from your spine. Right? And again, you'll feel a lot of sensation through the shoulder blades in the back body. And then from here, just start to turn the head from side to side. Just loosening up through the neck. If it feels good, rather to do the ear toward the shoulders. Keep lifting those thumbs up and away from your low back. Right, a lot of sensation in the back body. And then the head comes back and gently release the arms and let it go. So one last seated pose. Bring the right arm across the body and then just take hold with your left hand and continue to draw all the way across. And the same options here. So you can either stay or you can drop the head side to side or turn the head side to side. Right? But keep really pulling the arm across. That's really important. And then let the arms release. And then the left arm comes across the body. And again, draw it across with your right hand. And if it feels good to find some movement in the neck, or else you could just stay here and look awesome. Okay, just a couple more breaths. Keep really pulling the arm across. And then gently release the arms down. All right, so one of my favorite things to do is a standing forward fold. So literally just coming to your mat. I hope I don't cut myself off here, so I'll stay like this for a moment. This one's really nice to do in the shower in the morning. So when you take your, or evening shower, like whatever your long shower is, where you can just let the water, warm water, beat down on you, this is awesome. Just have to make sure that you don't get water up your nose. Or other than that, it's pretty great. So you just stand here and you forward fold, right? So you can put some space between your feet. You can bend your knees a little bit here, especially if you have a lot of tension in the low back and the hamstrings, right? Those kind of go hand in hand. And then just start by swaying out. right? Just releasing the fingers as if they were just drizzling on the floor. Make sure the head is heavy. And then you can grab opposite elbows and literally let yourself hang. So at this point, if I were you, I would pause the video and stay here for like 2 minutes, literally, right? And just hang. And so focusing on the exhale, the inhale might create a little bit of lift and length out of your hip crease, but the exhale really lets the head drop. You might start to feel some popping through your spine, some decompression, right? Feels really awesome. So however long you want to be here, you can be here. And then very slowly begin to make your way down to all fours. All right, so I'll turn this way on the mat. And we'll take cat-cow to move through, all right? So inhale, arching the back, send your butt high, drop your belly, roll the shoulders away from the ears, and then exhale, round your spine, chin to throat, push the floor away. Inhale, arch the back, and exhale, round. Couple more, inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Let's take one more, inhale, arch, and exhale, round. Now, what I like to do is I inhale, arch, and then I stay. So think of really pushing down through the palms, lifting your butt high, dropping your belly low, and then rolling the shoulders away from the ears. I stay for one more full deep breath, and then very slowly exhale and round. So this is really nice in the upper back. Really tuck your chin toward your throat, push down through your palms, and then imagine my hand was on your upper back. So the space between your shoulder blades, imagine you were trying to really push that space toward the sky. Keep tucking the chin toward the throat. Take another full deep breath, and then slowly release. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more pose. It's called straight jacket. So let me just move my mat forward, and that way I don't land on the concrete or bricks, whatever it is. All right, so this one, you're going to kind of thread the arms. So one arm comes toward, or your right arm comes toward the left, and then the left arm comes toward the right side, and then you'll drop down onto your belly. And then just kind of keep reaching the arms to the opposite side. So blocks are really nice here. I should have brought my blocks outside, I totally forgot. So you can drop your head right down onto a block here, right? And then it's a little bit more supported. If you don't have a block, you can really just let your head go. And then you feel like you're being choked out, but it's all good. It's nice for the shoulders. Right, couple breaths here. Sometimes what I like to do if my upper back and shoulders are feeling really tight is I just take a really deep breath in and I hold that breath in. And then when I need to release out, let it go. And I get a deeper stretch. And then you'll take it to the other way. So whatever arm was on top will go on the bottom, and then whatever arm was on the bottom will go on the top. Itsy bitsy spider, off my mat, please. Thank you. All right, and we'll switch sides. And again, block is really nice to drop your head on. If you don't have a block, just let your head go heavy. Full deep breaths. And then nice and slow to come out. One hand comes to the mat and then the other one, and we'll take a BB Cobra. We inhale and we lift. And we exhale and release. This time, bring the hands wide on the fingertips. Inhale and lift. Exhale, release. Another one, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Hands back in line with the chest. Inhale, lift, elbows hug in. And exhale, down. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale and down. One more, inhale, lift. Let's hold it, couple breaths. Make sure the neck is long, shoulders away from the ears. There should be an even sensation through the spine, no compression. And exhale, release down. Good, let's find child's pose to finish up. So you can bring your knees together. Together is a little bit more heat building. Or if it's easier for you, you could bring your knees really wide, a little bit more cooling, and then let your head drop down. Right. And as you're here, think again of breathing into the space behind your heart. So that space between the shoulder blades. Take another breath. And then begin to make your way up into a seated position. All right, so I hope that is helpful for you guys. These are the types of poses that you don't have to do this whole sequence together like one continual sequence. You can take a couple of the poses and just incorporate them into your morning stretching routine. If you don't have one, you can start one. And then again, there's a really, pick a few and then you could do them at night as well. Again, after like a nice warm shower or bath, when the muscles are nice and limber, it feels really great. And I hope you enjoyed today's little practice with me, and I will see you again soon. Thanks so much.